Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it and I hope that this video finds you well. Today I'm joined by my friend Carlos.
Hey, what's up everyone?
So his information is going to be down below. Definitely make sure to subscribe to his channel. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a closer look at a brand new release. This one just came out this year in 2020. It's by the company INTOXICATIng Parfum and this one is called Le Joker. So make sure to stay tuned. So before we begin our fragrance review on Le Joker by INTOXICATIng Parfum, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, if you like fragrance reviews just like this here on YouTube, but also top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, pretty much anything having to do with fragrances, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And of course, while you're at it, make sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. So this is by the company INTOXICATIng Parfum. They have fragrances that are concentrated at extrait strength. So these are very strong and long-lasting fragrances. This is actually their 7th fragrance 2020 release. They have a total of, like I said, 7 fragrances. The brand was established back in 2016, and this is actually an award winner. So this is a Pure Beauty Awards winner, which took place in London just this year, 2020. And this specific product was sent to me for review by the company, so I do want to take a moment to disclose that. But of course, all opinions will remain our own. So you have a certain level of familiarity with this one as well, right, Carlos? You own it?
I do. This one is from a house that I'm aware of, but I don't think I've tried too many of their fragrances.
Okay.
But I do know the brand. Do you want me to give my opinion on this?
Of course.
Do you want anything else?
I'm going to take the time to actually go over the note breakdown, which is very conveniently located on the back of the box here. Mm-hmm. And the notes are pink pepper, timber pepper, elemi, star anise, nutmeg, Atlas cedarwood, cypriol, and patchouli. So it sounds to me like it's going to be this spicy, woodsy, peppery sort of a fragrance.
It's not a loud fragrance considering all those notes that you just read off. It's somewhat airy. It does have room to breathe. There's a certain little bit of ashiness that I get from this.
Okay.
As an ex-smoker, I smell it. It's not off-putting, but I do smell it because I'm more sensitive to it now. If I were still smoking at this point in my life, I probably wouldn't even smell it. But being an ex-smoker, I do smell it.
Right.
It does have a spiciness about it. It's not a loud, very dense fragrance. It's on the lighter side, but it does have those nuances of a little spiciness of pepper and the whatever is giving off that little ashiness. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not quite like anything that I've come across. It doesn't like when I smell it say, oh, that reminds me of. It doesn't. It's actually quite unique.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you mentioned the ashy, slightly smoky quality because on the website it does actually mention a hint of smoke. And so the fact that you brought that up, it's kind of, I think that validates the concept behind the brand. And so if you think of a name like Le Joker, I don't know how many of you have seen the movie. I think we all appreciate a lot of the takes on the Joker's character, maybe with the exception of Jared Leto's, although I love Jared Leto. I think he's pretty cool. I did listen to 30 Seconds to Mars when I was younger. But this fragrance is this opening of pepper, which I think is a really nice combination between the timber pepper and the pink pepper. So it has a little bit of that rosy quality, but the rosy quality never supersedes that smoky thing that's going on in the base, thus making this a little bit more on the darker side. Now, there are some lighter ingredients in here. There's actually something a little fresh and citrusy in the opening. You might not get it right away, but for me personally, when you can look past that peppery quality, you are able to pick up on something that's a little bit fresh and a little bit citrusy as well. But of course, in the base, when you think about the cypriol and the patchouli and some of these other darker and denser ingredients, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely in there. So it seems like this is a very contrasting fragrance when you take a look at how it opens up versus how it settles down. But I think that also says a lot about the fragrance's non-linearity because it is one that evolves on your skin quite a bit. It's not one that stays the same the whole way through.
I find this one to be one that would probably work differently on different people, depending on your skin type, which I guess you could say about anything, but this one in particular, I wore it on different occasions, and on some occasions I would get the smoky ashiness of it, and on another occasion I would get the freshness of it. So it probably would wear differently on different people, but apparently, listen, if it won an award, then there's got to be something behind it that works magic for the folks over who do the judging at that particular award outlet or program or whatever.
Platform,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, just to take a moment to show you the presentation. So this one is available in this bottle, but also the 10 ml refillable bottle. This presentation goes for $159, and it has the magnetic flap here on the side, silhouette of the bottle on the inside, and then you have a pretty cool quote by Aristotle here on the front here. It says, "No great mind has ever existed without some touch of madness." So there is this element of chaos to the fragrance, this sort of maddening chaos that's going on in here. And of course, there are some fine details on the cap, the wooden cap of the bottle here and everything. Really cool presentation, and the brand has a lot of great fragrances. Gin and Tonic is one that I really enjoy.
Yeah, that's one that I do remember.
Yeah. Bright, fresh, really inviting, a little juniper in there as well. So this one, Le Joker, if you are a fan of spicy, peppery fragrances, if you like fragrances that have that nice contrast of both citrusy and peppery with this sort of patchouli rosy thing going on in the base, also keeping in mind that there is going to be this slightly smoky and ashy characteristic about it as well, definitely check it out. I think it might be up your alley. If you are a fan of maybe some very bright, uplifting, citrusy fragrances, you might want to go for something like Gin and Tonic, which is so easy to wear, great office scent, and so refreshing, not just in the summertime, but if you're wearing it indoors, it really is a spirit lifter. This one, of course, is when you're feeling a little bit more dangerous, if you will,
daring.
A little bit more daring, of course. And so thank you. And of course, this one I think is better suited for this type of weather as well. So longevity and projection, because I know people are going to ask me, you're going to get about 7 hours on your skin. Projection is fantastic for the first hour and a half. Doesn't become a skin scent until about that 6 to 6.5 hour mark. But given the concentration, which is extrate, I think this one performs pretty well. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. This was our review on Le Joker by Art de Parfum. Of course, I'm going to be leaving Carlos's information down below once more, so make sure to check it out. Go over to his channel, subscribe to his channel. And of course, if you do have any familiarity with this fragrance or with this brand as a whole, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. And also make sure to subscribe for future videos, updates, giveaways, unboxings, anything having to do with fragrances. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.